How has Malkin been this season? Speaking of engaged players, they committed 4 more years to him at $6 million per, and the results for the Penguins haven't been great. How's Gino been?
He's been okay. He's been at times, Gino, where he can dominate. He can be special, and he's 6'3", but times when he gets galloping, he looks 6'6". He looks like a monster out there. The one knock that I have on Gino is at times he plays high-risk hockey. And what I mean by that is he makes passes that, and I get it, it's easy from 125 feet up in the press box. But you just go, what was he seeing? And I know Gino's lenses are a lot different than my lenses. He sees a play to be made there. But, when over time and time again, Justin, you see him try to make those plays and they're low percentage turnovers, and they end up going the other way, that's you're never going to win. And he didn't do that as much when the Penguins were winning. And when the Penguins start to unravel defensively, a lot of times it's because of those type of plays where they mismanage the puck and they feed the other team's offense.
We're talking to Phil Bourque, 2-time Stanley Cup champion with the Penguins, and doing a terrific job on their broadcasting team as well. Is the Washington game the other night the turnover that they needed to start addressing some consistency here? What are the Leafs going to see tonight?
Well, I think the Penguins will go in and try to win the game 1-0. They should. Nicky, when you've lost 7 in a row, you're always searching for, okay, is this the game? Is this the period? Is this the play? Is this the save? Is this the goal? What's going to get us back to our winning ways? So I guess you have to, whether it was a masterpiece or not, it was a win. And when you've lost 7 in a row, to get one win, feel good about yourself, and feel like you played the right way, well, then that's a giant step forward.
Hey, one of the guys of big interest up here in Toronto is a guy that was here, in Kasperi Kapanen. I think Kipper mentioned at the top of the show he may have been healthy scratched recently. Like, he's still making some money. What is going on with this? Is he going to stay in Pittsburgh? Are they going to move on from him? What's happening with Cappy?
Well, Justin, I don't know. I mean, here's a kid that God has basically taken his index finger when he came out of the womb, touched him on the forehead, and said, I'm going to give you all the skill, all the speed, the shot. I'm going to give it to you all. I'm not going to give you
the finger, by the way. I didn't get that finger.
I also was passed over.
Yeah, you're going to have to figure the rest out. And he hasn't figured it out. I mean, he was a healthy scratch last game. He's going to be a healthy scratch again tonight. I mean, if that's not a big old piece of humble pie that rammed down your throat, then I don't know what is to come back to Toronto and you're a healthy scratch. Let's see how he responds. I mean, that's what Mike Sullivan's looking for. He's looking for Cappy to get so pissed off at him. And Mike Keenan used to do this, and John Tortorella does this, and sometimes it works. But I think Mike Sullivan, this is his last gasp with Cappy, I think, because he's tried just giving him the massage on the shoulders. He's tried giving him just a size 11 up the backside. And now by the healthy scratch, if that doesn't do it, then I don't know what's going to do it, because he just won't go to the net. He gives you all the speed, all the skill, all the good stuff, but he won't take it to the net. You don't go to the net, you don't score in the NHL.
Hey, one more for me, Bourque, and we'll let you go. And that's just, you've done it. You've lived through it with this Pittsburgh Penguin organization through the lean years and then the great years. Where is this year in comparison to pressures, even including the Mario days? Because the sense was with Pittsburgh that, with Malkin going to UFA, that it was over and they just got to find a different way now. But then they pushed the chips back into the middle of the table with these 3 guys. And what would missing the playoffs do to that in terms of, what it means to the city?
Fair question, Nicky. And missing the playoffs, that is not an option. That is not an option for this hockey team. When ownership and management went to the end of the world to give everybody what they wanted, right? Give Brian Rust what they wanted. Give Chris Letang what he wanted. Give Evgeni Malkin. And at the end of the day, give Sid what he wanted, because he wanted the band back together. He got it all. Okay, so no more of these 7-game losing streaks. And to really directly answer your question, I think it's going to be a conference final, right? Forget this just making the playoff. You kidding me? That's not even in the conversation. I think they have to be thinking loftier goals and bare minimum conference final.